Hey guys, it's Jenny. I hope you're all doing well. I just got off work, so I wanted to do my week 4. Whoa, week 4, or is it week 3? I don't know, y'all. I'm just gonna do my weekly NP school update, and yeah. So I took my first exam, which I kind of chatted about. My anxiety was through the roof before, like when you get to the computer lab, like I couldn't even remember my login, my password, my hands were shaking, and there was just a lot of stress because I didn't know what to anticipate, and then it was computerized, and anyways, so as soon as I pressed start, I started to have some burning chest pain, y'all. And I was like, okay, my anxiety is through the roof. I'm like, this is not good. Just try to get through it. And throughout the exam, I hate that it's shaking. So throughout the exam, things got better. And then there were moments where I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I'm answering so many questions in a row and I don't know. And I'm like, I stop, I kind of like pull away, and I'm like, I pray just for focus and for my anxiety to continue to go away, because I was just in there clicking. I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know this, I don't know that. Is it this one? And it was just very nerve-wracking. And so I was the last person, well, second to last person actually, to finish and walk out of the computer lab. And like I mentioned in my last vlog, as soon as you log in, you put your password and all that to start the exam, it gave me a note saying, hey, like, you can't go backwards. So this test is set up that way, so you can go back and review the questions that, so whatever you click will move you forward the exam, and you can't review and change answers. And that totally freaked me out, and so that put me in the panic mode. Like, I was taking like an NCLEX style exam. I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that. And then there was something else that threw me off. That was the big one, because I really didn't anticipate not being able to change my answers, because normally, like with any type of exam, you can circle the ones that you're not sure of, maybe come back if you really know it, whatever. And then so I changed some of my answers. So yeah, as soon as I hit submit, it's calculating my score. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jesus, just let it be over 80. And it was 81.5, and I was like, okay, well, he answered my prayers. I honestly wanted to just pass this first exam. I wanted to not have in that mindset that I had so many points to kind of make up. So like I mentioned, she threw out a couple questions, so that helped me. And yeah, so I'm just gonna follow what I've been doing. So after the exam, I like to think about the questions that were asked, kind of look through my notes and mark off the certain slides or things that I had seen in the exam. And someone asked me, are these exams, like, do they work on your critical thinking? Absolutely. So think about it like this. We had over, I think, 200 something textbook pages worth of content, and obviously you're not expected to read the textbook, but it was maybe 9 or 10 PowerPoints, and you're going through so many different systems. It was like just the cell, cellular injury, genes, genomics, and the environment. What else were we tested on? Oh, the immune system, inflammatory, stress, adaptation. So there was so much, and she only has about 65 questions to test us on. So these questions cover a lot of it. Like, let's say in the answer choices, let's say 4 disease processes, you have to know everything about those 4 disease processes to be able to answer that one question correctly. So even though the question seemed basic, the 4 possible answers, you had to know that like this. So I remember there was a question, someone's trying to conceive, and you have to know which disease process makes the male sterile. So that would have been the answer as to why they're having issues conceiving. So you have to know things in so much detail. Like, yeah, so I'm happy that's over. So anyways, I came home and I got all my notes. I transferred it to the bigger binder that's going to house all of my PowerPoint notes that are from past exams. And then I tagged off, I literally went through each slide, reread everything, and I tagged off each slide or point where I think I saw an exam or something that made me think about it during the exam. So whenever I prepare for the final, I'll obviously focus on those because I did see it already on exam 1. And yeah, so that's my process. I probably will make a separate video showing you guys that, how I organize that. I think it's a great tip, especially if you're going through so much content. So kind of flagging it as soon as you take the exam will hopefully save some time later on and some stress, because you're going to be thinking, what was on that exam? What do I need to focus on? What will she focus on? Because you're going through so much content. So it got real when I felt the anxiety. It kind of lessened that chest pain. Now, I was driving home, my left arm started to go numb. And I was like, okay, if anyone's telling me that they felt some type of chest pain and it was followed by some left arm numbness, you know, I clearly would get concerned and tell them to go to the ER for a workup. Are you having an MI, stroke, you know, like, so I felt that. And as a nurse, you can talk yourself out of it. Oh no, it's fine, whatever. And I took a couple hours just to kind of see if I just needed to kind of de-stress, and I ate, I showered, I kind of just tried to hang out, and I couldn't put it to rest. So I ended up going to the ER. My first grad school exam sent me to the ER, y'all. This stress is no joke, and it was a rude awakening that, like, my ability to cope with this anxiety, this amount of stress in grad school, I mean, it's very different. It's like, again, someone mentioned or didn't know, you need an 80% in order to pass these master's classes. And yeah, I can't do this for every exam. So I'll be talking to my doctor to see if I can take anything just on exam days, or I've even looked at my gym just to start working out and being able to relieve some of the stress, because I can't. My health is way too important. Yeah, so everything cleared out. I also, remember I mentioned I got that massage. I was really tender, like in my back, and so the ER doctor ended up saying cervical radiculopathy. I looked it up. It's like inflammation of the nerve root, like a pinched nerve type of deal. And so I kind of took some medicine and relaxed. But it was just a lot. So, all right, so that's about it. I am getting ready to go home, study some more, and yeah, get back to studying for the second exam. All right, y'all. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and share the videos. Bye.